2 days ago. We are back for some Genshin Impact, Luna, whichever Luna we're in. And yeah, we're going to start things off with some wishes for Varka. And then we're going to follow that up with Varka's story quest. We'll get 2 videos out of today as well, because of the recording for the Varka summons and the recording for the story quest. So, that being said, tomorrow we are planning to do Wuthering Waves as well for the new story quest that apparently came out with Lucarsum. So hopefully we'll be able to save Imeth. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get things started here with some Varka summons. Cesar, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Hello everybody, it is I, Blaze of Blazing Flame Studio, and it's time to embark on Varka summons for the Night of Boreas. We are on 50-50, we're about 40 into pity, so we're gonna need a little bit lucky here. Not planning on going for the weapon. I already have his proficiency weapon, that being, of course, either the Giant Fish or Wolf's Gravestone. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with our first 10 pull. We already have all these characters at C6, so if we can get multiples, that would mean that our 10 pulls are discounted. So yeah, that's the current best case scenario, I would say. First 10 pull, 50 into pity. We see... Oh no. Oh no, Bennett. Bennett's never a good sign. Bennett's bad luck. Okay, well that's 60 into pity. Let's see if Bennett was good luck or bad. Come on, Bennett. Bad. Bennett was bad luck. There's Chi-Chi. We have a saying, chat. Oh, well, at least we see 6 Chi-Chi, I guess. There's a saying on this channel, chat. If Bennett is on the banner, we do not do well. And unsurprisingly, we pulled a Chi-Chi. Let's just head back over here and give Chi-Chi her final constellation. Oh no, she was already C6, so I quite literally got nothing out of that. That wasn't the constellation, that was the, yeah. Okay, well we have 37 pulls. Technically 40. We'd have to get lucky here. I'm not counting on that. And now we're gonna get weapons. Oh boy. 20 into pity. Yep. Xiangling. 30 into pity. Okay. Another Bennett. Yup. Well, we got 9 pulls. Actually, we probably can do... Let's see here. Not you. I have to imagine I probably have the ability to get 30 Primo Gems just from the condensing of resin or something. Let's see here. Yeah, if we go condense a couple of resin, then we should be able to do this. That's probably not enough. I think you need a little bit more than that, if I remember. I think that puts us at 159, doesn't it? Of course it does. We need 1 Primo Gem. Just 1. Where can we get 1 Primo Gem? Where do I have a note that I have a bunch of chests sitting around? Probably somewhere over here, if I had to guess. A little question mark in the top left gives you one? Oh, that's right. Didn't even realize I had that. Oh, they added a co-op ensemble. Okay. Alright, well, last 10 pull. Let's see if we can clutch it. No, we cannot. Ending on a Sucrose Thank you, Bennett, for, as usual, embarking on giving me horrible luck. Throw the single to the wind. And there you go. Well, there'll likely be a part 2, chat. And hopefully in that part 2 we're able to get Varka. But for now, this will be the end of this particular segment. This will be edited together with the second segment once I'm able to do it. But yep, result of today, I pulled a Chi-Chi. Sad music plays. And yep, if you want to catch me live, I'm live every single day starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, going until about noon, unless we had a collaboration or a double stream the previous day. But we don't have any of those planned for another couple weeks, I believe. So that being said, thanks so much for joining me. It's an absolute pleasure. And for this YouTube video recording, this is Blaze of Blazing Flame Studios signing off. You can have a great rest of your evening. Alright, well, that went horribly, chat. But now we're going to head into Varka's story quest. And at least that can't disappoint us, because we know what to expect. Alright. Yeah, it's really a theme on the channel that if Bennett is on a banner, we lose our 50-50s. It's pretty much uncontested every time. So, that being said, we have a story quest to embark on with our good friend Roland. I say that as if I know anything about Roland, but, story quests. Where are my story quests? Thank you. For those who embark on the expedition. Alright, that being said, let's get that recording out of the way. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Hello everybody, it is I, Blaze of Blazing Flame Studio, and it's time to embark after a horrible summoning session. Thanks, Chi-Chi. To those who embark on the expedition, Lupus Majoris Chapter, Act 1, Varka's Story Quest, having come out about in the last 28 hours. And yeah, this should be interesting. It's nice to see all the Mondstadt folks again, and hopefully Polio starts remembering they exist a little bit more. But that being said, to those who embark on the expedition, through everyone's united efforts, the abyssal calamity in the north seems to have been quelled. Seems to. Hold up. The day of triumph draws near. We'll go ahead and enter focused experience mode for this. And yeah. Let's see what we can find out. View letter. Okay. To the traveler. Hey, long time no see, my friend. What's that? You say we just met recently. For a heart that always misses its friends, every second feels... Okay, this is Venti. Feels like an eternity. And after such a grand adventure in Nodcry, you must have gathered quite a few stories along the way, yes? Are you perhaps looking for an old friend to talk to? Do you happen to need a bard? One who can turn your tales to verse? If so, come and catch up with me at Star Snatch Cliff. The wine is poured and the strings are already tuned. A bard. Venti, you could just sign your name.
In return. Come on, let's go to Star Snatch Cliff.
Sure thing. Again, why? Just sign your name, Venti. We know who you are at this point. You made it very clear who you were. You don't have to sign Barbados. We get that you just could sign Venti. That's what everybody knows you by. Jeez, they really put some stuff into that. Okay. I like how they did all that, but they didn't give us enough of the boost to actually get to where Venti is. Sure. Fine. Hi, Venti. Oop. Do you know we're here already? The wind let you know? Oh, right. I guess you probably are the one who gave us that, huh? Ah, the old classic Mondstadt music.
Welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
What a name.
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Not Cry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
The wind probably told Venti.
News travels fast on the wind.
Exactly.
But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth.
Unfortunately, we still don't have any horses in Mondstadt, so...
My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale.
You tell Venti everything that happened in Nod Cry.
Amazing! Incredible! The Rapier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So, I'm guessing the Wild Hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rapier of Solnari?
Not really.
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
There are still some vestiges of the Wild Hunt around, but not enough to pose a major threat.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right?
Probably.
I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
I was gonna ask, you two have really met before?
Right! Paimon was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside.
Oh, the first quote-unquote mini-boss of, Genshin Impact.
Young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern.
They looked no different.
In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
And right into you.
Huh! They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
That?
Hey! Is that all you've got? Whoa, bring it on!
Who's this?
like that.
New character? Ooh, looks very Conrian.
Given up already? You're not half as tough as Varka said.
I like that it's implied that Varka left this thing alive. So then this guy could come kill it at some point.
Knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure. Now there's a sight I haven't seen in a while.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean...
Is that a crossbow on his arm?
You're Venti? I was just wondering how I was gonna track you down.
Oh! So you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
I would have tried Angel's Share.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight. And Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time.
Good to know I'm so famous.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force.
Where were
Make
you?
your acquaintance.
Hi, Lowen. How's it going? Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of... So that really just says they could make anybody a playable character from the Knights of Favonius if they give them a long enough title. Okay.
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in Nightcry either.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters.
Mincemeat out of monsters. Okay.
Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the Doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Don't tell me he sent you that.
Deliver some letters.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say deliver a letter.
There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at
So
least...
basically just what happened with Mika.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lowen.
Oh, true,
Just
Anefa.
hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with Sir Writes a Lot.
Another day, another nickname, huh? Tone Deaf Bard.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes-a-Lot to be quite a compliment.
Got him.
Really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
You sure are. To use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti.
Something like that.
Really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
That Varka is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
So, what does the letter say?
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time...
That was a little too serious of a look for you for idle chatter, Venti. You're a horrible liar.
A bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
As I know now.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
That would be nice to see. I have no objections.
It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And you, Miss Guide.
And you, Miss Guide. Alright, Venti, what's your secret?
This, the wild hunt. Andreas, get home safe, Varka.
What's going on with the wolf?
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me?
Yes. Were you transferring to Varka's POV?
Surely
Yep.
there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Or
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted.
what in the world is that Claymore?
Enemies approaching!
It's
Huh?
Albert.
Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then we will make our triumphant return.
Defeat the wild hunt. Right. I gotta see. They did C6R3, didn't they? Or C3R3. Yep, of course they did. I don't know what else I expect. Get him! The Reeds is sweeping edge! Talk to the knights.
Without the Reikir of Sonari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good.
Okay.
You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster.
Yes, Grandmaster. Is that a wolf?
We meet again, Andreas.
Hold up. Andreas, you're looking smaller than I remember. Uh-oh.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now?
Coming through.
I was planning to take a look around there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago?
Andreas, you good? You're looking a little smaller than I remember.
Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places
That never
to check.
works out.
Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by Boreas.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Injustice, corruption, iniquity. Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever?
Uh-oh. Andreas, why'd you get all goth?
Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
We don't like red eyes here.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight.
This Majora's Chapter Act 1, to those who embark on the expedition, started. Well, time to fight. Or not.
That's where things stand with the
Gene!
The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations.
Noelle in the background. You can just barely see her head.
I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. PPS, I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Wrights a Lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must
Amber.
have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Sucrose.
Jean?
No, no, Lisa.
Oh, yes. That's our Grand Master for you.
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel Share.
Oh, Rosaria.
Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
So nice to see you, Eula. It's been a Angel Share.
Best there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these are there too as well.
Really? Oh, that would be a great help, thank you.
Happy to help.
To you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've
Hey, with follow, money. Welcome to the
Go get
stream.
some rest.
Great, but I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering
Razor.
personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Very well. But please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hmm.
I feel like something's bothering Jean. I should talk to her before going to the Angel Share. Jean, you good? You're about to be relieved of duty, right? Oh, we get to talk to everybody? Well, we get to talk to Noelle. Anybody else in here? Just Noelle? Okay.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. I didn't think he'd spare a thought for that kind of thing in the middle of an expedition.
He seems careless, but he's at least somewhat thoughtful.
Honorary knight? If you have the time, do you think you could help me out with my special training?
Yeah, I should be able to. Anybody else up here? There's Lisa. Oh wait, I missed Eula by the stairs somehow. Hey Eula.
He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed?
Vengeance will be
I
mine.
haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes, You'd better keep an eye on him for me.
Sure then. Let me check around the bottom floor here just in case. It seems weird that Amber and the remaining knights wouldn't be somewhere nearby if they're condensing everyone to the library. Or it could just be they're condensing everybody to the Knights of Favonius. Headquarters. Hey, Lisa.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review. I'm not letting him run off again until he's finished dealing with every last one.
Good to see that even the Grand Master is scared of you.
Have you spoken to Jean? I hope she'll finally be able to relax a little once Varka returns.
You would think that. But something tells me it's not that simple. Mika, Amber, Sucrose, and I'm guessing Klee is behind the door.
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail. You can just handle the ones for the
Iona and Catherine? Or Fischl. Well, it could be Fischl.
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the
Mika, you've been home for like months, if not a year.
Safely home.
Just saying. You've been home a while already. Sucrose?
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom bombs we sent worked really well. He wants to know if we've made any more.
Klee. We'll get you out of there eventually. Let me check if Albedo's in his office, I guess. I mean, he wasn't there for anything, but you never know. Okay, well, we tried. We tried. Alright. No, you guys say anything? No? Okay, you're just kind of here for decoration. Jean, you good? You'll always be the Grandmaster in my heart. You've been here doing the duty way longer than he has, according to the game.
Honorary Knight, you're still here?
We're setting off shortly, but it seems like there's something on your mind.
Is it that obvious?
Yeah.
But Varka's coming back. The situation in Nokrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor.
And
yet,
maybe not the Doctor.
For some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me before he left.
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction.
Razor?
Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some...
Who would that be?
Well, some might not even want to be a knight yet.
D-Luke and Noel?
Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not
Oh,
marching.
this is before he had his scars.
This is all
Or
just
some
a
of them.
contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did, but he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Favonius.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
But yeah, he has a name.
As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land. This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, Few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Huh?
Could it
The
be?
great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry. Although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he
Oh wow,
rarely
the Wolf of the
shows
North
himself
came
to
from the
share
north. I
all
can't
that
believe it.
is. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North. I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself.
It's been a while, but yeah.
Understand my concern?
I can get it.
No wonder Varka wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions.
Well, always better over-prepared than caught off guard.
Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency. Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place.
We did not pull Varga UVS Might, we pulled Chi-Chi instead. Anything else to say, Jean?
Thank you for being such a patient listener. I feel much more settled after talking with you.
Happy
If
to
you
help.
have any spare time, would you mind stopping off to say hello to the other knights? I'm sure they have all missed our honorary knight just as much as I have.
Already did. Alright. Coming through. Head over to the Angel Share and drop off some other letters.
Station, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the Angel Share now.
Yes, D. Luke, Rosaria, and Kaya. Coming through. Hey, Stanley. No, not the missing person poster.
When you're mixing drinks
Hey,
in cold
Luke.
weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
Bye.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Thankfully, D. Luke is through of it as always. This is Varka's story quest, Thingbanacle.
It's about to get even noisier.
Hi.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
I have a letter for each of you. Deliver Varka's letters to their recipients.
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Huh? Drop what? What's this about?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him.
There you go. That's about right.
Yeah. Asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
Keep it for the Dark Knight hero.
Give a lot of details.
Don't push him, Paimon.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
Guessing he wanted you to become the Knight of Boreas in his stead.
You couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
Well, good to see these two are still going each other's throats.
Full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then, but my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument. I actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said. But don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the inside?
When you join an organization, you're bound by its rules, no matter how free it may seem on the surface.
Exactly.
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the Church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the Church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell.
I'm not arguing, they just have different ways of protecting those around them.
Oh, kind of like the contingencies Gene was talking about. The more ways they have to protect their home, the better. Huh? Traveler?
Wonder if this is exactly what Varka was hoping for. Where'd Rosaria go?
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think.
Where are my
Inside
witnesses?
the city, monster activity in the wild. Oh, and a review of the latest vintages.
Of course.
I think I'll leave it at that.
Master D. Luke?
My reply won't be a long one, as usual. I'm sure Varka won't be surprised.
Rosaria, I'm guessing you're on the second floor? For some reason? There you are.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
That's fine. It was nice to see all three of you anyway.
Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
Besides, I wouldn't really call that an argument.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was
No.
Varka lying in his letters then?
He was not lying.
While I'm sure Varka knows full well that D-Luke would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome D-Luke back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual.
A champion of justice driven to extremes. You're saying that happened to a Knight of Boreas.
So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first
Familiar with the
was
first.
its inception. The second was the case I was alluding to.
Oh! Wasn't Gene telling us about this? Wait. And then we got caught up talking about the expedition, and we never got around to the second time.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago.
500 years ago.
Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennium. Of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself.
Okay.
But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained
The
knight.
bloodstained chevalier armor.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
Oh,
Well,
boo-hoo.
apparently his original
Paimon, don't
title
get scared.
was the White Knight.
Oh.
But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago, including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the Blood-Stained Knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows his final whereabouts. It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether he was already too far gone to save. But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone. After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he used to be with me.
For another time.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about him. Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past?
Yes, Venti.
So, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland.
Shall we go get answers straight from the horse or wolf's mouth?
Great idea! Jean said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up.
Happy to oblige? I don't know about happy. He's looking for a fight every time I show up. Let me check if Rosaria had anything else to say.
Let me guess. You're heading to Wolvendom next? Say hi to Razor for me. Oh,
sure.
But I'm not helping him write his response to Varka. He needs to learn to be independent.
Okay. Glad I came back up.
What should I report back to public order inside the city?
Alright, so this hasn't changed. Nope, I'm good. Thank you. Shut up, Kaya! Let's head over to Wolvendom. Ba-ding-da-ding-da-da-doom. Uh-oh. Wolvendom? You're looking a little more gloomy than I remember.
Was Wolvendom always like this?
No.
Paimon has a bad feeling about this. The Wild Hunt? What are they doing here? Watch out!
Let's get to work. Don't worry, Paimon, this shouldn't take long. This really is the area of just, let's insert random enemies from other nations, because we have the wolves and everything else. Stay alert, there's still something nearby.
No! What now? There better not be more Wild Hunt monsters!
Razor? Oh, Lowen. Lowen?
You scared Paimon stiff! She thought you were...
Stop right there! Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
Gaia, Diluc, Rosaria.
Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh? Huh?
He's saying you passed the test.
My mom passed a test? Really? Huh! She didn't even realize she was taking one!
You may dispense with your suspicions. The Wolf Pack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land. And our attackers showed no
This time, hold
to
up.
disguise themselves this
Last time someone was able to do that was the Ray Hero Solnari.
a familiar scent. Come. I will await you at the usual grounds.
Well,
Alright.
if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now.
Were you attacked by the Wild Hunt as well?
I was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance. Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should check on him.
Got it. I don't like evil Wolvendom. Boreas, you good, man? Well, the eyes are blue, so that's a good sign. Razor, you... Give me an update, Razor.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong
Oh,
enough?
jeez, Razor hasn't slept.
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical world. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight.
So they came from Nodcry.
Again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the Wild Hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt? How is that even possible?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andreas' soul. The source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry, from whence I came.
Okay.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused. How can he be in two places at once?
All gods like this.
For many gods, housing a
Hi,
part of
Venti.
the soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods.
Well, you're about to be revealed as the Animo arc onto Lowen. And Razor, probably.
The Wolf King, Andreas, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Okay.
Huh? The Bard's back?
Yep.
Bard? What are you doing here?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on
I seem to remember, Venti, that he doesn't like you.
than a bard to do the honors. Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra
In the pursuit of wind and
stumbled
shadow.
into the Sealy Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that given by the reclusive king in his tower? The
Whoa.
wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god.
Didn't expect we would be talking about that.
There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept. 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a knight stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Sealy Hall, and woke him at long last. The knight asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest pleas,
Wolf Fang?
split
The weapon?
his soul
I think
into
so.
2 halves and left his home once more. Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the knight's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
You didn't. Varka did.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Notcry has had unforeseen consequences. And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines. A scent that reeks of blood.
Be Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
It is indeed the new quest, Nate.
Remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than...
He went to Conria, didn't he? He went to Conria.
But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination. It was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or...
Well, that would explain why he's still alive. Probably some sort of Conrian problem. Conria 500 years ago.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As
That's
luck
fine.
would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot of time on the road.
Wait, a certain dragon?
No wonder I can sense the East Wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka? Is he in danger?
I believe
You need to get like 8 hours of sleep.
Dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person, along with perhaps a diminutive companion.
I got it.
Alright, wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here.
I mean, I could just
with
teleport.
Wild Hunt to try harassing monsters.
But I'd rather get to use,
To try out some
Devon.
new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help.
Again, Razor, get some sleep. You're no use to no one in this condition.
Give me your iron claw.
Ooh. We gonna bless the blade? Ooh. Well, now, Razor has no weapon.
Give this token to the current knight of Boreas.
What's this?
It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him new strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos. To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. What he needs more is the thoughts within. But I shall leave this for him to explain.
They have to separate a piece of the wolf spirit at a time like this?
Wolf King of the North remains strong for now.
Razor no longer has a weapon, so you've kind of, you know.
Have the protection of my Lupical.
I will protect Lupical. The North and Varka, I leave to you.
Alright. We will get it done.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready.
We got this. Is it safe to bring Deval in here? Just saying.
I can read Varka's letter. I will try my best to write a reply.
A wolf's claws make poor instruments for writing human words. But that token will suffice to convey my thoughts.
I mean, I could dip your claw in some ink. That would probably work.
I sure didn't expect my experience fighting the wild-hunted Nodcry to come in handy back here in Mondstadt. Almost makes me wonder if this was the reason I was sent back. Also, how come that bard knows so much, and what was he doing at the Thousand Winds Temple?
Uh-oh. Lowen's starting to figure it out.
I don't really care, as long as I get to do something.
Never mind.
I'm looking forward to trading blows with Lupus Boreas when he's fully recovered. I bet he'll wipe the floor with me.
Are you wanting to die, Lowen? There's easier ways.
Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About the Wolf of the North.
This turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andreas, Dominator of Wolves and God of the North Wind, left in Nodcry. He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the God of Storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even as the tower fell, he chose to abandon his claim. Instead, he returned to the north and slumbered for 1,000 years, before finally journeying back, under the name of Boreas, with the first knight of Boreas to witness the new face of Mondstadt. When the wolf spirit could no longer maintain his physical form, Boreas chose to pour his power into the ley lines. With that, he became the North Wind of Mondstadt, as he is still known to this day. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About Roland.
500 years ago, Roland seemed destined to become the mightiest knight of Boreas ever to have lived. But he was too pure of heart. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry, vowing to eliminate all injustice from the world. But the world had never been perfect and pure, nor would it ever be. Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master, known as the Lion of Light, could persuade
Ooh,
him
the
to
Lion of
temper
Light.
his
Tell me
obsession.
more.
But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in Nodcry. Any questions before you set off? Better ask
About the
now.
token.
The soul of a wolf is as unyielding as ice, and Andreas is a master of molding and shaping it. His people once drew great strength and wisdom from the wolf spirit. But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul of a god. Attempting to place the wolf spirit in a human vessel would slowly devour their sense of self, even if Lupus Boreas did not intend for that to happen.
That makes sense.
That's why Lupus Boreas developed the technique of imbuing weapons with his soul. It is his way of blessing his human Lupical with the wolf spirit's protection.
I got a wolf-blessed weapon.
An ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade. As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions sing a different tune. Oh, but keep that little observation between us, will you? Any questions before you set off?
Guess what he just said?
Ask now. All right, over to you, Dvalin.
Let's see if Lowen figures it out now. Good luck on Flint's Pity, Sylvains.
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have
Good to see you, Devon.
plans. We will meet you again later.
Alright. Hey, wait. How are we getting down?
Yeah! We have a wind glider. Also, technically plunging would work too. Enter the fray. I better not die.
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Somebody call for some reinforcements?
It's...
Reinforcements! It's about time!
Honorary Knight reporting for duty, Grandmaster.
I'm on too.
What's the situation?
Just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest Knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Solnari. But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry.
What is with this Claymore? I can't.
Heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that Wolf of the North lookalike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt? And why was he talking about the Bloodstained Knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
How are you gonna get out
there's
there?
no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we could do about him.
Really can't be any stronger than any of the foes we fought before.
We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible. Especially now that you're here.
Alexander, thank you for the follow.
We can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas' remnant soul.
So what you're really worried about isn't so much the enemy himself, but the god remains.
Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are
Oh,
analyzing
right.
as we speak.
They were still here.
Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. Let's discuss this further when they're back. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
Okay. Columbina, any chance you can go some help? Oh, hey, Yoda.
The meeting's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Hey, Yoda.
Hey, good to see you again. Oh, Boss Sneff asked me to pass on a message. She went to see Lauma and Columbina at the Frost Moon Scions. Apparently, there haven't been any changes to that space the Rahir of Solnari's in.
That means the recent wild hunt attacks have nothing to do with Riri, right? Oh, that's a relief.
He's kind of just chilling right now.
Him again.
They're keeping a close watch on it just in case. With so many moon experts on the case, we're in pretty safe hands, huh? Oh yeah, Lauma and Columbina asked me to pass on a message too. Focus on the enemy you are facing. The moon will protect you all.
Thanks, Columbina.
These Knights of Favonius are paying me a pretty nice sum to deliver a few simple messages.
More delivery, Varka?
He's a generous guy.
Alright. Anybody in here? Doesn't look like it. Enough, Flins!
Short distance propulsion module on cooldown. 15 minutes until next departure. Switching to chat mode. Hello there, Paimon, Traveler.
Enough, what are you doing here?
Varka placed a sizable order with the Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop. Aino is hard at work producing the strategic reserve, while I am handling the deliveries. Secondly, I am also here to attend the meeting in her place.
Is you're more responsible? Flins?
The Lightkeeper's rep will be Iqua or Nikita.
Why am I forgetting who Nikita is? It's not like you to volunteer to attend a meeting.
You're quite right. However, Itlua and Nikita are both busy organizing the Ratniki's region-wide response to the recent attacks. And since I'm well acquainted with everyone else here, I was the one they recommended to attend the meeting.
Oh, so you don't even want to be here.
Sometimes you don't get a choice when there might be consequences down the line.
Alright, Varka, what do you got? Give me the lowdown.
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much everyone's here. Albedo and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait for them here?
Wait for the meeting.
While we're waiting, could you update me on the situation in Mondstadt?
Sure. Wolvendom's under attack by the Wild Hunt. After updating Varka on the situation in Mondstadt, you explain the relationship between the God of the North Wind and the Bloodstained Knight to the attendees.
And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Rahir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frost Moon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Riri resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andrius, God of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andrius' spirit, namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some Mondstadter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active.
Okay.
Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
So that wasn't the real Roland, but rather an abyssal imitation.
No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Barrier's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andreas as he slumbered by the bank of Eimsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
Okay.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Teyvat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals.
Like when the hour fell in Stormterror's lair, or when the humans turned to salt beneath Seltsarai.
The wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years.
Like the Tatarigama on Yashiori Island and Tatarasuna, or the karmic debt borne by the Yakshas for millennia.
This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in perilous danger.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects. In Natlan, the passing of the Pyro Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help explain things faster.
Alright. Here's the sword.
Come forth, Boreas.
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey.
Wait, what?
My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land.
Wait, were they teasing this from the beginning with Wolf's gravestone being in Andreas?
Is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day
Or is this the Bloodstained Knight's weapon? And this is in the past.
wandering too must come to an end. Where and when shall that be? A final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
Okay, it's in the past. What was that?
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andreas' heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
To merge himself with the ley lines.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
Wait,
we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing.
Practical as always,
Not
Yehoda.
that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andrias's heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way.
Like the one we saw earlier.
Collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Nodcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nodcry, but apart from that, most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible contingency. Not just the wild hunt in the abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nodcry.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
As a matter of fact,
The scry glass.
I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection, but I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends.
Help of a few friends.
Still,
Scry glass.
all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. But anything that proved useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line.
And sure enough, now it's proving useful.
Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it could possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we
Hopefully
were
the
finally
doctor
able to
didn't know
confirm
about
the
this, I
status of
guess.
the wolf spirit fragments. We now know there are 3 left to find.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather 1 fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second, which I'll take care of in short order. As for the 3rd fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on, but we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location.
Right, made a lot of progress.
The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias's history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So everyone needs to bring their A game.
Got it covered.
Foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstadters to defeat him.
Like you're a
Since the
Simulungan.
Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their full support.
The Clink Clink Crumb-Cake craft shop will also help in any way we can.
Well, Yehoda.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't exactly scrutinize
The
it,
faces.
I mean, who actually reads those things anyway?
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. Impressed by your courage, Miss Yehoda.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I need to get better ingredients in your food.
Wolf Spirit Fragment, which we already know the location of. The moment you make any progress with Fragment 3, be sure to give me an update. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving Fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in handy.
I'll follow your lead, Grandmaster.
Time is of the essence. Let's move out, people. Dismissed!
Alright.
Remnant fragments of an ancient god. Thoughts stored inside a blade. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I suspect there is more to Mr. Varka's plan than what he's revealed to us so far.
You're probably right.
Then again, the enemy can harness the Wild Hunt to spy on us wherever we go. As our commander, I'm sure he has his reasons for choosing not to tell us everything.
The question is, why did they pick Roland and not saying Dottore is dead? You could have picked Dottore, or you could have picked Rerir. Or if Rerir being still alive is the problem, I actually could have picked Rerir, but I have to imagine there were better options.
Speaking of
Oh, no.
contingency plans, I now recall that Varka also made a contingency plan when he asked me to deliver that letter. Perhaps I should ask Aino to prepare some additional backup modules for me.
What was the backup plan? Just curious. You okay, Yehoda? You alright?
Yehoda, you dummy! You took the stupid job of your own free will! Oh, crying isn't gonna get you out of it!
Poor Yehoda. This is why we read the contracts! 300 meters. Okay, Pillar of Embla. Could probably ask Nicole for help. Her house is nearby.
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh? Well, alright, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up! Can we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
No. That is not what I wanted to do. Ready, aim, fire! I drop it. Give it to me. Thank you. Okay, so we need to establish a connection. This is not... I just want to drop it. Thank you. Where are you? That's there. We'll put that there. It should connect there. That should connect there. Is that really too far away? Right there? There we go. There we go.
Is this what we're looking for? What do we do with it?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword. Just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
Okay. Where's Roland? Surely it's not this symbol.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
Why do you laugh?
Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the question of how to love.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path.
Roland, we were having a moment.
Stained black with blood. My conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough. This place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious threat. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable.
You want me to purify it?
Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safe approach. But that's not the only reason I wanted you to come.
Okay, then why did you want me to
Try
come?
reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf spirit.
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part? Why would you want to do that?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. As they say, know thyself, know thy enemy. Understanding our foe is our surest path to defeating him.
Never tried this before.
Let me think. How is it explained to me? Ah, yes. Focus on a single thought within the 1,000 winds. Capture that unique wisp before it blows away.
I have no idea what that means.
Actually, neither do I.
What?
Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't think of anything meaningful to say. Wait, don't tell Paimon that's what actually happened.
I thought it might mean something to you. But never mind. I'll explain it in more human terms. Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river flowing with concepts, and you were trying to capture the concept belonging to a particular ancient name. I'm thinking the same basic principles should apply here.
Okay, but back then, we had a bow and a net. This time, we don't have anything at all.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom. No need for a boat. As for a net, this is what I've heard.
Thoughts and emotions are like
Varka.
threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can
I wasn't expecting a
conscience and
Varka
events
cameo.
together. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
I think I'm starting to get the idea.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland. How are we supposed to use thoughts to anchor him?
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old and tattered.
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight Roland.
It's a heck of a thing to have sitting in your back pocket.
After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster Arundelen had wanted to deliver this letter to him.
Arundelen?
But trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And so this letter has been sitting at the Knights of Favonius headquarters ever since.
Quite the antique, then. But how exactly is it supposed to anchor Roland?
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
Hey, what happened to Mr. Plans for every contingency? You're just making this up as you go along.
What can I say? Some people like to wait till they've got all their ducks in a row before taking the first step, but I prefer to dive on in and plan as I go.
Yeah, that sounds about right for you.
For the whole expedition. But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely.
Might as well see what happens. Well, we've entered the void.
Whoa. It actually worked?
For now.
You really are making this up as you go along.
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed. Just like he said.
Got him. Oh boy.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, for mortals to escape this tragic fate, there's only one path. A great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters. The code of chivalry tolerates not such injustice. If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an
Narrator?
end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell.
I've heard that voice before.
You must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
Vetelfinir? Sounded like Vetelfinir.
Dainsleif? No. It bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him. While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be?
Vetelfinir.
So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the Visionary. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss, giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything. That's why the Abyss can replicate him.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the Visionary this time?
Under the Abyss Order was once shown revelation. Based on his experience, at least, the Visionary is unlikely to intervene
I'm
directly.
inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think one step ahead if we want to outmaneuver him. And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you.
Why did you bring it up during the meeting?
Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides, it wasn't a fully formed plan back then.
Varka explains his plan. Of course, it would be nice to know.
That about covers it. Sorry to ask so much of you again.
No way.
No plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's got to make the risk worth taking.
There's no guarantee that it'll work.
If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean in Mondstadt.
Well, this is probably dangerous for your health.
Another way! Like a backup plan?
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey, Yoda.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully retrieved the wolf spirit fragment here.
Nope. It's a total disaster. More Wild Hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life. We need backup urgently. Come quick.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one.
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master for nothing. I'm counting on you, Honorary Knight.
Okay. Forces of the Wild Hunt come surging forth, and the final expedition is at hand. The next part of the story is more contiguous. For the best experience, it is recommended that you spare more time for it. That works. We know what we're here for.
Fill me in.
I did not know that they updated the low poly placeholders.
We ran into resistance almost as soon as we set off. Albedo said we should split into 2 teams and continue searching while he and the others kept the Wild Hunt occupied.
Good call. Locating the wolf spirit fragment is our key objective. I would have made the same decision.
Well, it seems the enemy figured as much too. Now, both search teams are in big trouble.
Are we doing like the Natland thing with the map?
This should make things clearer. Before we ran into trouble, this is the search area we decided on. The 2 teams are holed up here and here. They should have a clear idea of the fragment's location by now.
But the Wild Hunt is stopping them from relaying messages back, right? Do we have any more troops available to provide backup?
We can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now. That just leaves us...
The logistics company is standing by.
Hanefa!
Designated drop point reached. Initiating situation report. The logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic reserve. But after learning of the situation on the front line, they requested to be dispatched immediately. They are currently nearby awaiting orders.
Amazing. Just...
I'm guessing we're still using the Dodecoded communication devices.
Seeing as you can fly and all, shouldn't you be the one out here delivering messages?
I regret to say that without the workshop's catapult, and with my short-distance propulsion module on cooldown, I will only be able to return to the battlefield after another 5 minutes.
Workshop has a catapult?
Keep up the good work, Yehoda. The logistics company has very limited provisions, only enough for a single battle. Which team should they support?
Both. Once one team has been rescued, the remaining forces will be free to support the other. We'll move out immediately. Yehoda, keep up the good work with the comms.
Sure thing. Leave it to me.
Wait, a logistics squad carrying a large cache of explosives. Varka can command them to set ambushes using the terrain to strike enemy units that are strayed from the group. Alright. The Abyssal forces seem to have also grasped the key to this battle. Several Wild Hunt units attempt to break off and disrupt the investigation squads. Standing before them is a cluster of flickering lanterns barring their path. The main expeditionary force is locked in fierce hand-to-hand fighting with the Wild Hunt. Albedo has suggested splitting off 2 squads to continue the reconnaissance while the rest hold the line. Victory on the battlefield isn't determined solely by the actions of the center, and is much the same when facing the seemingly endless Abyssal onslaught. Alright. I think about it. Isn't Durin also able to fly? Why does it have to be me delivering the letter? Probably because the Grandmaster Varka's got a Varka vouch for you. Come on, now is really the moment to crank up your humor. That's not going to help in anything. Detection. Your tension level has decreased slightly. Alright, not completely useless then. What's your cooldown's over? Hurry up and catch up, middle-faced little kid. Alright, formed at Albedo's suggestion, this Knight of Favonius squad was sent deep into the battlefield to investigate. On their return, they were ambushed by the Wild Hunt. Despite their elite stats, they struggled to withstand the unending assault. So we got 3 on the line there, and we've got 4 on the line here. Lightkeepers are more adept at this, so we should reinforce them. 3 versus 4. Let's go.
That's not right. The Wild Hunt's offensive doesn't seem to be getting any weaker as the battle goes on. Are they getting reinforcements from somewhere? Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company, scout out the area. Look for terrain we can use to our advantage.
Yes, sir. Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites.
I'm glad you scouted. Moving.
Good. Wait for my signal.
What? Alright. Set the explosives.
Logistics company, deploy.
They need help. Somebody call for reinforcements?
Goodness, you're here. Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready.
Coming through. To mighty your turn.
Is that the signal to say they're ready? It's showtime. Fall back. Yes, sir.
Covering the back line. Arms away.
Fire!
Those work like that all the time.
The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Should be a while before they're strong enough to pose a real threat again. Use this time to catch your breath and fill me in on everything you've learned.
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
That's not exactly very narrow.
We split the search area between us and the Retniki. Maybe they'll be able to narrow it down further?
Either way, I was about to go lend them a hand next anyway. Do you think you guys can keep up?
Absolutely. Good to go, Grandmaster.
Squad Knight's funny, so ferocity is unshown in both taverns and battlefields. Varka can command them to launch fierce attacks on specific targets.
We run right through our supplies. We'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that tries to stage a comeback. Now that they've lost their numerical advantage, they're no match for us. Focus on supporting the other team.
Can do. Ballistic Squad has exhausted its tactical reserves and has decided to remain here. Alright. Anafa, I'm here to install your cooling module. I know, how did you... I snuck in behind the logistics company. They kept saying this place was dangerous, but they don't know the safest place is right next to you. That's correct. From now on, please remain within my line of sight. This is my job. I'll get it there, whatever it takes. On a war-torn battlefield, a messenger flying through the air is an even more conspicuous target. But for Yehoda, who spent her career treasure hunting and mastering the art of stealth, she's the perfect messenger for vital information. However, Yehoda herself clearly hasn't yet realized why Varka places so much trust in her. Inextinguishable flames halt the Abyss's advance with waves of searing heat. The Krita Prince seals off the Wild Hunt's retreat with earth and stone. To buy more time for the reconnaissance squads, the expedition's main force is pinning the Wild Hunt firmly in place. Watching the two fight side by side, Anne's the officer in charge of holding the line, can't help but think. Grandmaster, you were right. Those who were once Mondstadt's greatest fear have now become the Knight's most reliable allies. Holding his position, Flynn's encounters reinforcements both familiar and unexpected. The Wild Hunt's offensive is slowed on every front. It looks like they've committed their entire force. The Lightkeepers rushing in from Pyramida, gather behind Ilua, forming a river of starlight. A message from the old man, rooting out the Wild Hunt is every Lightkeeper's duty. We shan't pass on our burden to friends from far. That being said, let's go help out the Lightkeepers.
Looks like the same situation here. They just keep coming, wave after wave.
Reinforcements. Hey, you keep them busy while we work on getting rid of this god-awful mist.
Understood. Everyone got that? It's
Yep.
on us to hold them off.
We got it governed. Okay. Oh, but for some reason auto was turned off. Well, that would explain a lot. Congrats, Syrians. Congrats on Flynn's. Let's get to work. Again, this ridiculously sized claymore. Let's fight! For Mondstadt! For the four realms! For freedom! Dispel the mist!
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
The Lightkeeper is dispelling the mist.
That's their source. It was hidden in the mist. If we destroy that, the Wild Hunt won't be able to summon any more reinforcements.
Take care of the brute. Go team, go! I'll hold the back. Phew. Guys, get out of the fire. Guys, get out of the fire.
Ooh, I'm glad that's finally over.
For now.
Knights, on behalf of the Lightkeepers, I thank you for your assistance.
There's no need to be so formal. When it comes to the Abyss, we're all in this together. Now, please tell me everything you've learned.
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
Yes! Now it feels like we're
I'll say. We're sure to face fierce resistance from the Wild Hunt, though. Is everyone willing to keep fighting with us?
It would be our pleasure, Mr. Varka.
Lightkeeper Squad, working in concert with the Knights of Avonius. Varka can command them to reveal targets in the mist at opportune
Much
moments.
obliged. All right, the target is just up ahead. Move out!
On Varka's command, both squads have broken through the encirclement, and the location of the final Wolf Spear Shard has been revealed. The Wild Hunt forces begin to converge on the final battlefield, while allies and reinforcements rally together, buying every last moment they can for the final expedition ahead. Let's get to work.
The hiding in the mist trick again. These guys must be easily amused. You all know the drill. The Knights of Favonius will engage the enemy while the Lightkeepers dispel the mist. Everyone, follow my signals.
Yes, sir. Lightkeepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
May slash! Knights, you know what to do. No, you don't. We're not losing anyone today. Man, that's solemn looking. Oh boy.
On me. Maria sweeping in. Thunder. Time to counter.
You two, get off that. We need your help down here. You guys do that, I got this. We press on. Go to my knee. Lanius, charge! I leave a burning path in my way. Two brutes.
This Wild Hunt doesn't know when to give up.
Varka, go ahead.
Mr. Varka, leave this to us.
Just like last time. Only a Knight of Boreas can deal with a wolf spirit, right?
Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster. We can hold our own.
92, hurry up and go.
That's the spirit. Stay on your toes and make the Knights of Favonius proud. Either we all march back to Mondstadt together, or no one does. The final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
Roland's gotta be here, isn't he?
It seems you have collected them all. Knight of Boreas.
Yeah, and with no corrupted fragments or ambushes along the way. I have to commend your chivalry, Sir Roland.
Knight of Boreas is a Knight of Boreas, even corrupted.
True knight does not resort to underhanded tactics. Were this body not a false one created by the Wild Hunt, nor would I countenance those monsters to taint our duel with their presence. If you need a moment to rest, take it. Victory will be mine.
It reminded me of the Princess Bride.
Path to it is the one I would wish for.
Save your breath. If you want to fight, let's fight!
As you wish. Then let us settle our unfinished duel, here and now.
Is everyone all right?
A lot of people on the ground.
My granny fights better than these rookies. It's Egbert I'm worried about. You still alive?
For a moment there, I thought I might never taste the sweet wine of Mondstadt again.
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
Forget us. We can take care of ourselves.
You're the only ones still.
You're all on the ground.
Honorary Knight, find the Grand Master.
We can't lose our Varka. Please.
We can't lose our Varka. Got it. Okay, I hope your plan is still gonna work. Cutscene? Kind of. Not really.
You're holding back, Knight of Boreas. I can tell you do not wish to strike me down. This duel does no justice to the way of chivalry. I wield the power of a god, while you dare not swing your sword with true intent. If you continue on this path, you will die. Your plan is doomed to fail. How can a helpless lamb hope to tame the heart of a wolf, when the wolf has seen through the lamb's plan?
Ha ha ha. You're on to me already, huh?
Andreas's question, Boreas's answer, the means to bear a soul. I knew it all 500 years ago, though the false path may be wide and welcoming. Only destruction lies at its end. It is time to crush your futile hope!
This is a cutscene, though. Oh, please. Not a cutscene, not a cutscene, not a cutscene. Uh-oh.
Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join me and pledge your allegiance to the abyss, Knight of Boreas. One day you will understand that the only
Man, that 5-star weapon got shattered really quickly.
is the path of darkest truths.
For the next part, it's over to you, Outlander who caught the wind.
Hey, new title for me. Just gonna recap your plan that we didn't hear earlier. Huh?
The sword is unbroken, but I can't sense the wolf spirit. Looks like I'm no longer in reality. This must be a space built from the entangled consciousnesses of Boreas and Roland. There's no way back.
Jaws of the wolf.
All that lies ahead is the wolf's maw. Huh. Guess the only way is through.
Can we grab your blade? I guess you already have it. Continue onward.
On me.
Noticing some Conrian looking.
Who left this here?
Lonely warrior. Take me to see him.
Blade brings blessings of the gentle wind, filling you with. Okay. A wolf. Okay, I can't switch to whatever to Rostam belonging.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and
Are these gonna turn into Rift Hounds?
I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, for the great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
And what's that in your eyes? Never mind, they turned into Wolfhounds. Rift Hounds, even. A Wolfhound. Is that the door to Conria? That's underneath Sumeru? Is that what that's supposed to be? A little more awkward doing this without, you know, having elements to infuse, which is kind of his whole thing. But we'll do it with physical damage, I guess. Don't exactly have a Lightkeeper lantern to purify this, though. Flying in with blades, who's capable of cleansing the filth. Okay. Wow.
Is this the fairest shadow? It doesn't look like an imitation.
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
Oh right. Doesn't he have a jump? Yes, he does.
Huh? The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger. Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles.
Uh-oh. Nope. No. Went too far. That's my fault. Whee! Guessing. Okay, yeah. What is that? Was that Wolf's gravestone? I think that's Wolf's gravestone. Let's see if I'm right in that regard.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice. Surrender to the abyss.
Malicious lies!
Got it.
On me!
I Billy Churl. Oh, I guess because we're in Conria now.
On me!
Hold on, am I invincible? A little bit. Well, God heal me. That was when the arrow hit me that my HP was still full. It's... Alright, one moment everybody. It looks like we crashed on Twitch, so we're going to restart the stream.